Lisa, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Belinda Strana. Thank you so much for all the love and support. To my returning subscribers, to those people that share my videos, leave commentaries, and also educate each and every one of ours. You guys are the real. I came across this video on my For You, and I thought to share with you where this sister actually came out to ask this question directing to white people, asking them what they actually feel about all of the segregation shenanigans. This made a lot of bank colored women and men coming out to share their own views and feelings on how or what they actually feel about the segregation issue. Guys, I'm just going to roll the clip as well as some of other stitches I was able to put together. Please leave me your own thought in the comment section of what you think of this video. And if you're a bank colored person watching, you can also leave your own thought of what you think, and let's dive into it.
White people, how do you feel about the segregation ban? I already know how people of color feel in other minorities, but what about y'all? How do you feel about this? Like, are you happy? I know that's kind of like a setup, huh? Because if you're all like, yeah, then I'm like, oh, we found him. But no, I'm like curious, like, because I mean, it doesn't really affect y'all unless you have like a partner or something like that, or kids who are obviously people of color. Other than that, just straight up white people, no relations to any people of color. How do you feel about this? Are you just like, damn, that's crazy? I mean, are you shocked? Like, I'm laughing because me and my people, we've already been through shit. So it's like, at the end of the day, I have faith that we will be okay. I guess for the Karens and the Kevins out there, it's like good. That way you don't have to be mad at any black person or other person of color coming in your territory and questioning them. You get to just chill and deal with your own people. Let me know how you feel.
I ain't going backwards. They are going to literally have to remove me from black-owned stores, black-owned restaurants, and black neighborhoods. So the problem is that us white people, we have been lied to so much, being told that we're superior. We ain't shit. We wouldn't be shit if our forefathers didn't lie, cheat, and steal and change history. Come on, I ain't going backwards. I see the value. I know the value of black people in my life. I know that I wouldn't be who I am without the black people that I've had in my life, a part of my journey. No. And if you're white and you don't like what I got to say, you can have the life you deserve, because I don't give a rat's ass.
White.
I'm indigenous and I'm white. Segregation is primitive. We left it in the past for a reason. I will never shop, eat, or be at a whites-only establishment. Fuck that shit. It's crazy.
It is deeply concerning. I mean, I never wanted in my lifetime to ever even potentially have to experience a world where we're not allowed to commingle, or we're not allowed to partake in diversity. And I never wanted this. And I'm really worried that this administration is not going to stop there. Like, are we actually regressing back to chattel? How far is this gonna go? I don't like it. I voted for the progression of our society, not the regression. I wanted us to get better and do better in the future. I don't want this. I don't want this.
I'm fucking disgusted by it. I'm ashamed. I'm embarrassed. I want to scream. I want to yell. And I want to hug people of other races, because I can't imagine how fucking targeted you all feel. And then I just want to slap my fellow Mayo Sapiens and tell them to get their shit together, because what the fuck, man? The caucasity! Anywho, I'm sorry. I'm sorry for them. I don't support, I don't agree. I'm sorry.
The first thing I want to say is I think it's ridiculous. It's stupid, and I just, whatever. I'm just pissed at everything that guy does. Okay. But one thing that I do want to bring up is the fact that be very careful and don't be distracted, because a lot of times he's a pro at this. He will do something that's so outrageous, everybody's looking and paying attention while something else is going on over here on this side. It's a distraction. The more outrageous, the more distracted everybody becomes, and then they're not paying attention to what's going on over here. They're paying attention to the latest outrageous bullshit. I mean, he's been doing that renaming the Gulf of Mexico, making English the official language of the United States, and that stupid invoking the Alien Enemies Act that now he's claiming he never signed. Okay, it's just one outrageous thing after another. What the hell else is going on that he's trying to take our attention away from? So, to answer your question, I think it's freaking ridiculous. I want to move forward. I don't want to move backward. I don't want to go back to 1964 when the ban on segregation was enacted. Okay, I don't want to go back to the 50s. I don't want to go back to the 1700s. I want to move forward, and we will never be able to move forward as long as the maggot politicians are in power. Period. They do not want us moving forward. They want to keep us stagnant. And they want to be dictators and authoritarians. And we won't go anywhere as long as they stay in power. So I know I'm a little long-winded, but that's the way I am. So anyway, there you have it.
How does it make me feel? I'll tell you. It pisses me the fuck off. We have fought so hard over countless years to fight for equal rights and to destroy Jim Crow segregation. And now, even though we're trying to declare that it's a federal ban, we're bringing back this whole segregated spaces, black only spaces, white only spaces. It's disgusting. I may be 50 years old this year, but I'll tell you, I was never taught at any point in my life that because of my skin tone, I somehow had some greater merit to deserve more things in this world simply because I have this lack of melanin. I was never taught, with presenting my skin tone as it is, that somehow I would be smarter or better than anybody else. The only people I know that kept that kind of racial stereotype or that kind of garbage are people from my grandfather's generation who lived through segregation and lived through the civil rights movement. And this whole idea of we're going to ban DEI across the nation is the same argument that conservatives were making during the whole affirmative action mess back in the 80s and 90s. Oh, you only got hired because you're black. No, that's bullshit. That is a bullshit and debunked argument. The way affirmative action was written in the 80s and 90s was to force employers to consider people of color who still had the appropriate qualifications, whereas before, they wouldn't have even considered a person of color simply because they were a person of color. They were only allowed to be hired if they had the qualifications, i.e. they could present that through the proof of their resume and through the proof of their work skills. Diversity, equity, and inclusion was created under the vanguard idea and the very wonderful idea that we are better collectively, different ages, different ethnicities, different outlooks. We are collectively better together with different points of view than simply a myopic one-way view through one race only. And I'd like to add this whole conservative rhetoric of whites only, they're the only ones that have the merit, that we're building a meritocracy. That's all white supremacist propaganda. So no, not only am I willing to share the same water fountain as a black person, I'm willing to share my house and dinner with a black family. I'm willing to share my same workstation with a black candidate. I'm willing to sit in the same church and swim in the same pool as my black brothers and sisters in Christ. My world is better with people of color in it, and I am happy to share my spaces with them.
So, the only way segregation would make me happy is if we were segregating MAGA, everyone else from MAGA. That's the only way segregation would make me happy. But in 3 months, we have undone everything that Medgar Evers, Malcolm X, Martin Luther King Jr., and the Black Panthers have fought for. And let's not forget all of those who were murdered during the Civil Rights era for standing up for the black community. And let's not forget those that have passed away from old age or that are no longer with us. We still have Ruby Bridges with us. So, we still have Bernice King with us. I'm flabbergasted. If you're happy about it, and you're a snow demon, you just showed why we call you snow demons. And I'm a snow demon. If this was the black community, or the Latino community, or the Asian community, or the indigenous community putting it up, that'd be fine. That would absolutely be fine, because you guys do need to protect yourself from snow demons. Look, I don't ascribe to racist ideas. I am working very, very, very hard to undo a lot of the subconscious biases that I grew up with. But you don't know me. You see me walking down the street, I'm a snow demon. You don't know that I'm not racist, or I'm working very hard to not be. You don't know that I'm not going to call the cops on you, that I'll probably call the cops on the white person calling the cops on you. You don't know that. So I think if this was not coming from the white community, it would be okay. Because all the communities that are not white, you need to protect yourselves. And I get it. But no, I'm not happy about it. It's undoing everything. Everything. In 3 months, this administration has completely destroyed this nation. Our nation wasn't perfect before, but at least we were on our way. We were on our way to being better. When you talk about America being great, ask yourself what it was actually great for. Because I guarantee you, there's a whole community that would tell you that America wasn't great for them. Yeah, 2 communities actually. But the only way a segregation law would make me happy is if we were segregating MAGA from the rest of society. Good Lord knows we don't need MAGA in this society. We're too civilized for them. But yeah, no. This law doesn't make me happy. We just undid everything. Everything. And that's not a good thing.
Bring back segregation. I'm sitting on the color side. I don't give a shit what they're gonna do. I have a melting pot of a family. I'm not doing it. That's so damn stupid. Have y'all? I'm sitting on the color side.
All right. How I feel about it? I'm scared. I'm afraid. I know the stories of what happens to those of minority that goes out every day. I know What will happen if my daughter, who's mixed, will go out and something would happen? I'm not happy about this at all. And what he did is unconscionable.
I'm glad you asked, to be honest, because I'm going to answer honestly. From what I see, I don't even look at it because I don't believe in it. I don't think it's real. I'm not listening to them. Just because the government says it don't mean I have to believe it. Like, they can say what they want. So that they talk about my sexuality every 4 years. So me personally, I don't think nothing of segregation, because at the end of the day, if I'm going somewhere, I'm not worried about what color skin I'm going to see or where I'm going. I'm not worried about none of that. A lot of people are just so focused on race that is still an issue. Just like every year with my LGBT community, we are an issue every year for one of the presidents. It don't matter which one it is, we are an issue for the presidents. I don't think nothing of segregation because I don't believe in it. If you're a good person, you're a good person. If you're not a good person, you're not a good person. The color of your skin ain't going to determine whether you're a good person or not. That's your character. That's who you are on inside of your head. So, like, the color of your skin don't matter to me. It don't matter. It's a color. Okay? Now, are you a good person? Do you treat other human beings with decency and respect, regardless of their sexuality, the color of their skin, whether they rich or poor? Like, that's where I'm getting at. I don't believe in the segregation. I don't care what anyone else says about it. There's gonna be people who, there's gonna be the racist people who agree with it. That's just how they are. That they have that mindset programmed, that's in there. It was taught behavior, and they're not willing to unlearn their behavior. Racism is taught behavior. Homophobia is taught behavior. Transphobia is taught behavior. All that is taught behavior. So until they are willing to unlearn it themselves in 2025, what are we supposed to do about it? What are y'all supposed to do about it? There's nothing. What can we do? There's nothing we can do. I don't believe in it. The people who do believe in are racist, and whether they say they're not or not, they're racist. That's what it is. And I'm sorry. And this is where it's not going to sound proper or whatever. I don't care. When black people are agreeing with segregation as well, that's racist. Everyone wanting to be segregated is racism. If you want to be segregated, I think it's racism. That's my opinion. I think it's racism. We were not put on this earth to be separated. I'm sorry, we were not. With all the beautiful people, all the beautiful cultures, all the mixing of the cultures, I'm sorry, why would you want to be separated? All these beautiful, beautiful cultures from different history aspects, all these beautiful things, and people still want to be separated. It's weird. That's my opinion. Peace, love, and light, everyone. Okay, bye!
Okay, I'm just gonna spit it out. This scares the hell out of me. Not only the history that we were actually allowed to see as someone who was raised in a Midwestern North state where it was like, oh, we were the good state, and this, that, and the other, and everything that came with civil rights and all of the uprisings with it, the redlining, all this sort of stuff that came with it. But what scares me is I think if we continue that path, we're going to see the parts of the history that aren't always talked about or told to people who look like me. Things that I'm ashamed that I didn't even know about until I was in my early 20s. Like how people who look like me felt threatened by prosperous African American or prosperous minority communities, and they just completely destroyed it and destroyed them. There's over 50 different communities, if not more, that were destroyed by people who look like me, and that's what I'm scared of, because you're gonna have communities of BIPOC communities. If they are segregated from white communities, they're going to excel because they are fighters. They have when you have one barrier after the other, you become stronger, and I worry about the YT men in power who are going to see that as a threat and then act on it. So, yeah. I wish I could say something funny. There was a lot of funny comments on your video. I laughed out loud at the girl who said she'd take a dump in, the all-white tea, drinking fountain and stuff. But, yeah, in all seriousness, this scares the hell out of me because there are things from our history that we were not taught because we were ashamed. Our ancestors, the people who wrote the history books, were ashamed of it. And history repeats itself. And I think that if we continue down this path, white tea men and women in power are going to do their damnedest to overthrow any sort of success that those non-white communities obtain. And that scares me because it's not right. It's not right. It's not fair. And it's just inhumane AF. But yeah, this is longer than I meant it to be. So yeah, that's my answer.
I like the fact that so many of them, so many of the white people are all coming out to share their own feelings, their own opinion of what they, or know what they feel about segregation and all of its surroundings. Like, literally, this is just, you know, this is just taking people backwards. This is making history or trying to repeat history. The history at which people are trying to run away from, or maybe trying to move ahead from. This is the same thing that this administration is trying to bring back. And I like the fact that some of these pan-colored people or white women and men actually pointed that fact. And I like the fact that it's also making them uncomfortable. I will not dispute the fact that there are so many white people who are now, getting more informed, who are so very tired of the lies and shenanigans that their ancestors and, you know, have told them. And now they are trying to become a better version of themselves. They are trying to, see if they can rewrite history and make maybe their own history better compared to that of their ancestors. Now you are trying to take them back to this history. I am not disputing the fact that black people, oh my God, respect to black people, no matter anything that happens, no matter anything that they want to actually, bring up during this administration and its whole, black people will survive. And I also believe that all these things about segregation, about like it's just a bait. Just like my favorite TikToker who happens to be Te.Pe.Ple. I don't know if you guys are following her. Like I like the fact that oh my god, she's so in details. She was like, these people actually, never expected black people to stand on business. What I mean, not reacting, unreactive, due to maybe this man taking his own position, becoming the president and all of that. Black people are unreactive. They are relaxing and standing on business. They are so uncomfortable with that. And because of it, they are just looking for so many ways to get these people to react. They started by the fact that they do away with DEI. And DEI, when the DEI thing came about and they, dismantling DEI, that is when I actually was like, these guys are going towards segregation. This is when I knew that, oh, segregation might actually be the next thing, but I never knew that they can, with their full chest, talk about the segregation. But I was thinking that they just want to beat it around the bush. They came with this DEI stuff, and black people was not reacting. They never expected black people to be so cool with it. Like they were still on their resting era, and they are not, finding that funny. Another thing came up when they talked about, trying to pardon this man that actually unalived George Floyd, thinking that black people will go out to the street to protest. Or it's like, oh my God, we don't want this. What are you doing? They were expecting that. They were expecting black people to go out there to protest, to try to like, oh my God. Because, so many people are calling upon black people to come help, to come do this. Why are you keeping quiet? Why don't you want to react? Why, Now, they're like, why are these people not reacting? What else do we need to do? They brought about dismantling Black Lives Matters, the plaza. They went ahead to like, what they did? They were thinking that doing that, see, look at just the way at which they are just coming in, trying to get black people to react. They thought in doing that, these people will come out to protest. Oh my God. And that was when they were like, okay, maybe segregation will make them react. And segregation is here. They're talking about dismantling. bringing back segregation, thinking that, oh, that will also make them to, they're just looking for ways and what to make black people to come out, to make them triggered and like, oh my god, what are you people doing? And this is when black people still stood on business. Like, I think at this point they should be tired. At this point they should, like, I think this segregation of a thing is even going to, like, it's going to benefit black people the most, because like with everything that is happening, segregation is already, it's been here all along. Like, it's been here, workplaces, in school, everywhere. It's there. Just because they didn't, mention it does not mean that it's not in place or it's not happening. It's happening both in workplaces. It's happening. Look at the way at which so many black women are complaining, the way at which they've been treated. It's happening in the healthcare system. It's just the way they treat pregnant black women is different compared to that of the way they treat white women. That is just the truth. There is this particular video I've been trying to look for other stitches to put, to combine everything together. She was like, she had an emergency and she had toothache, which was supposed to pull, and these people were not administering this pain relief, telling her that because of skin, her skin is being made up to tolerate pain. I don't understand. So because I'm a black woman, I am supposed to withstand pain. That is part of the segregation. But if it happens to be other people, oh, you can take any kind of anesthesia you want. Like, seriously. That is why when I saw this, I also want to know what, white men have to actually say, what they think about it, to see their own reaction, what they think, if this is what they actually want, because you never know, they also want this. But with all of the stitches I'm seeing, I think that they might actually be on the receiving end. Like, they are the ones who might probably be affected with this segregation. So many of them has tested what it means to, to connect or to mingle with black people. Some of them ended up liking it, while some are still being, so doubtful. But at the end of the day, the stitches, you know, shows what, if I would say, like 50% of them think about segregation. Anyway, lovelies, wanna just leave me your own thoughts in the comment section of what you think of this video, and please do not forget that we do not support any form of bullying and harassment. We're just here for educational and informative purposes. So guys, if you've not subscribed to this channel, do your girl a huge favor to click on the subscription button, like, and I will see you lovelies when I upload the next one.